So every one of this is Hatshepsut. Connect Hatshepsut Amon. Done during the Greeks, it comes from the word per-ah, which means great house. So you didn't say, hey, the great house is on TV. You said the president is on TV. Right. Okay, so Pharaoh and wrong. Wrong. Okay. And now it says Hatshepsut, and they think they're helping you out. They think they really got the name. But her name says connect Hatshepsut Amon. She is the daughter of Amen. Her worship was to Amen. And then you leave who she worships out, trying to worship her. Okay. So I'm just trying to say half the stuff here is...
They purposely did it? That's all? Or they didn't know?
No, sometimes they just don't know, and then they don't read the glyphs. And if one person, if your teacher said this, then you saying what the teacher said, and you ain't did no research yourself because you can't read. So every statue here is of her. So don't touch him because the people freak out. When you see the smooth part here, that means that they fill that in with plastic because the statue is busted up. Don't touch. Don't touch. And they filled this in so that it was fit. They knew what it looked like. So they just, that's false. But the granite that you see is part of the real statue. So you can see here, she looks very fairly good. In this statue, you see she has breasts, but they couldn't handle it, so they did this. They just chiseled the whole face out. She's wearing, now you see, she's wearing a nimbus. Only men wear that. But she's wearing it as the Mfundishi, the great world. So here she's wearing the royal crown of the south. Here she's wearing the great lips. Here you can see the beard and everything. All those faces, that's her.
That's a her.
All of that's connect Hatshepsut.
Isn't this the Pope, what he has, that head?
This is called a tim, where the word atim comes from, tim. And they would put those statues on top of this and slide this across the sand. Somebody would put water down and, and then they just rope it and slide this across the sand. But this is not how they move 15, 20-ton bricks and put them on top of the pyramid. It's not with this, okay? This was just for moving stuff like this around. They put it on top of his and then they slide it, okay, along. So this is called a temple. But this is her mortuary temple, carved inside of the mountain, in between the Valley of the Queens and the Valley of the Kings. Over here is the Valley of the Kings. Over here is the Valley of the Queens. She wanted to be next to her Jegna. Are y'all familiar with this word Jegna? Jegna takes the word of mentor. Mentor is from a Greek god who is vicious. He sodomizes his clients first to break you down, like the military does. Break you down to nothing, and then try to build you up. And to make you successful by any means necessary. So that means if both of y'all were going for the throne, your mentor would be saying, look, man, put some stuff in his water, you kill him and you got the title. By any means necessary. That's the way the corporate world, that's why the corporate world has mentors from the Greek god mentor, meaning get to the top by any means necessary. Good and bad is irrelevant. Get that money. Okay. Get to the top. Her Jegna is Mfundishi Jhutyms. Remember the guy back there with the big statue with shack feet? His mortuary temple is right here. He's the one that founded this area. She wanted to be next to him, so his thing was 2 tiers. She made hers 3 tiers. So she was imitating Mfundishi Jhutyms. There's 500 years between these two. Now, America isn't even 500 years old. There's 500 years between these two rooms. Just trying to show how they kept things in order. And she made her temple just like his, but she made hers even more. She went 3 tiers, carved right out of the mountain there. And remember, the Valley of the Queens is over there. And the Valley of the Kings is over here. She's right in the center next to her Jegna, Mfundishi Jhutyms. Jegna is an Amharic word from Ethiopia. And it means a spiritual guide that helps you master and perfect the skill that you want. By Ma'at. A Jegna. J-E-G? Yeah, J-E-G-N-A. Jegna. So you don't want a mentor, you want a Jegna. Okay. So that's what it is. Now-
when she got married, how was her marriage ceremony? Similar. See how Mfundishi Jhutyms had to marry her sister. Would she had to marry a sister or her brother as well?
Yeah, she had married her brother. But she had a daughter, again, by another. Remember, I said you don't have children with your brothers. I mean,
Correct.
your sister or sibling. So she had another, but she had a daughter, and her architect was her lover and the teacher of her daughter. Okay. This is the grand apron. You see George Washington wearing the apron? This is Kenneth Hatshepsut-Amon wearing the grand royal apron. Masonic? From the Masonic order. So this is the Masonic order are all just trying to imitate here. I'm just showing you. And she didn't start it. She's in the third golden age. This is the third golden age. Remember we had the first golden age, second golden. This is the third. So this is the so-called 18th dynasty.
Dynasty meaning family?
Family rule.